Hi there, this is Jack, and I'm going to speak about words as enslavement. Okay. How were human beings in the beginning programmed to speak? You were programmed, your words carried encoding and symbolism, mathematical equations of creative mind consciousness system support. Not words as an expression of I am. So, human beings, now this is now before 2 years ago, spoke randomly. No awareness, no self-honesty, no self-responsibility for even the words you speak. So, human beings' words, okay, what you speak, what speaks, is not you. If you still have a mind consciousness system within you that thinks, that experiences emotions and feelings, that which speaks is that mind consciousness system and not you as life as I am. Why do I say that? The following. When human beings in the beginning was programmed, their mind consciousness system was programmed in relationship of the consciousness existence that was designed. In other words, the words you speak are of the mind consciousness system programmed reality. You're speaking as this mind consciousness system programmed reality. The words you speak support that which you are. The words you speak create that which you are. The words you speak manifest that which you are. So words are you. Words reflect the expression of you. Words reflect the manifestation of you. So in other words, the question probably is, how did everything manage to come to this point? How did everything manifest to this point? Why is everything remaining the same? Because human beings are speaking like blabbering fools. They haven't been aware of the words they speak. The actual words you speak, your entire world, your entire mind consciousness system have been pre-programmed, preordained with the exact words of what to speak. Each and every single word in this world, within each and every single language, have been programmed with an encoding of mathematical equation symbolism. So every time you speak, what do you power, what do you generate? The mind consciousness system within you, as well as the mind consciousness existence within this world. That is connected to the unconscious mind, which is the unified consciousness field. So, what have we done now? Now, we've stopped. How have we stopped? We've done the following. No more do words now that are spoken of mind consciousness system support this consciousness existence. Everything is being inverted to the being themselves. In other words, you are alone responsible for the words you speak. Whatever you experience in your world, realize that you created it, you manifested it, and thus you are responsible for it. Doesn't matter in what way or what form it manifests, you manifested it. So therefore, what are transcendence points? What are self-realization points? What is this process? This process is the realization of how we've enslaved ourselves through the words that we've spoken with no awareness. How we with our words have manifested and created this world as an expression of ourselves. Words reflect ourselves. And word, I am the living word, therefore existence, I am the living word, and therefore this living word as I, as me, is reflecting to me what words I've spoken with no awareness. And that's how we've enslaved ourselves. Through speaking like blabbering fools. Creating this and manifesting and designing this world, including ourselves, as mind consciousness system and its consciousness existence through the words we've spoken, with no awareness. Therefore, be still and know that I am God. What does that mean? Remember, there has been given a practical application to make sure that I am clear, I am here. How do you do that? With the in-breath, that pause between the in-breath and the out-breath in that infinite moment. You look, first, am I clear? What does it mean, am I clear? Am I reacting emotionally? Are there any expressions of feeling? Are there any thoughts? You must be silent within you, as you, of you, before you speak. Make sure you do not speak of thoughts, of emotions and of feelings, because those are words that will come from the mind consciousness system, and know that if you speak those words, you will support the mind consciousness systems within you, within this world as all of humanity. Because even though we've inverted the words for you to see what you create as you speak, you're still supporting the mind consciousness systems of this world and human beings, because you are everyone. You are all as one. So therefore, be careful of what you speak. Be careful of what you say. Make sure that the words you speak is an expression of you in the silence of you. That there exists no thought, no emotions, no feelings, because it is because that the starting point of words of expression as a mind consciousness system, starting from thoughts, emotions and feelings, that have manifested what we see today. A mind consciousness systematic reality where within mind consciousness systems experience themselves, and have compounded everything through the words they speak and the conversations they've had because of no awareness of words. I am the living word. What does that mean? When you speak, you must live those words as you. The words are the expression of me, as me. You know, the words, I am this, I am this, I am this. Not words having separate definitions, because it is within words that have separate definitions that all sorts of encoding and mathematical equations, symbolism have been manifested within. So what has been always the problem in this world? Words and the expression of words. So therefore, use the practical application of the in-breath. This moment right here, check, make sure I am clear. Out breath, speak, express. Make sure of the silence that I am. Thank you very much, Jack. This is Jack, not Jack. Bye.